Welcome back to the 100 Troop Command STARC's Leadership Series Podcast, Episode 3. I'm Colonel Trevor Phillips, and today we're going to shift our focus to the foundation of effective leadership, not tactics, not process, but purpose. Simon Sinek, a renowned thought leader on organizational leadership, once said, "Leadership is not about being in charge. It is about taking care of those in your charge." That simple idea of servant leadership is core to how we should lead at every echelon in the military. Let's dig into 12 of Sinek's most powerful lessons and, more importantly, how you can apply them starting today. First off, people don't buy what you do, they buy why you do it. In the Guard, your troops will follow your why, not your rank. Let them hear why readiness, mentorship, or discipline matters to you. Your purpose must echo louder than your position. For example, during annual training, when a young specialist asked why their role in setting up comms mattered, a PL explained how it ensured the battalion TOC could coordinate medevacs and air support. That why reframed the task from tedious to mission critical. Secondly, leadership is not about being in charge. It's about taking care of those in your charge. Ask yourself, do your soldiers know why you're invested in their families, in their careers, or in their goals? Or is it just about their PT scores? They follow those who care, not those who command. Number 3, a boss has a title, a leader has the people. For example, a company commander who prioritized mental health check-ins during a stressful deployment prep phase had fewer disciplinary issues and a more resilient team overall. Leadership without trust is hollow. Build it with presence, not presence at a meeting. Trust is the foundation of everything we do, and it shows. Number 4, the goal is not to be perfect by the end. The goal is to be better today. In training, after-action reviews aren't about failure. They're about growth. Apply that mindset in your own leadership journey. Number 5, working hard for something we don't care about is called stress. Working hard for something we love is called passion. Reignite your teams by showing them the impact of their work. Connect the fueler to the mission success, not just the pump. For example, during range week, a squad that failed its first night fire iteration used feedback from their NCO and came back to earn top honors by weekends. No excuses, just growth. Number 6, great companies don't hire skilled people and motivate them. They hire motivated people and inspire them. When selecting team leaders or NCOs, don't just look at efficiency reports. Look for initiative and hunger. And that goes for the officer corps as well. Number 7, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. For example, an AGR team voluntarily stayed late for a recruiting open house, not because they were told to, but because they believed in growing the unit. It's tempting to take shortcuts. Just do it by yourself. But sustainable excellence comes from trained, empowered team. Leaders must multiply efforts through others, or everyone will eventually fail. Number 8, trust is built on telling the truth, not telling people what they want to hear. Candor in counseling is love. Sugarcoating feedback leads to stagnation and missed opportunities. For example, we had a mechanic with no leadership experience step up during a field maintenance blackout. Their initiative led to a field expedient fix that got 5 vehicles back on the mission. That is extremely powerful. The cost of leadership is self-interest. Miss meals, take the late shift, let your soldiers go home first. That's the price and privilege of leadership. Number 10, when we help ourselves, we find moments of happiness. When we help others, we find lasting fulfillment. Whether it's sponsorship or mentorship, legacy is built by growing others. And again, it pays dividends in the end, and those people will come back and work hard for you and continue to build the next generation. Number 11, a star wants to see themselves rise. A leader wants to see those around them become stars. For example, a junior officer gave honest but respectful feedback during a rehearsal brief. The battalion adjusted their route, likely avoiding a delay. Do your shoulders shine? If not, you may be casting too much of a shadow, and that's a very tough balance to understand. A lot of times when you're in a leadership positions, there is almost a fear of people interacting with you because they're afraid of what you might say. They're afraid of how they might be perceived. They have to understand that it's okay to be honest. We don't know everything. More input sometimes can be better, but you have to know when that is. Number 12, leadership is a way of thinking, a way of acting, and most importantly, a way of communicating. Your tone, your presence, and your consistency all communicate loudly. Leadership is 24/7, not just 06 to 1700. For example, during a blackout rotation, a captain gave up his cot so a sleep-deprived E4 could rest after pulling a double guard shift. That action earned more loyalty than any reward ever would. As leaders in uniform, it is our duty to clarify not just what we do, but why it matters, to the individual soldier and to the mission. So here's the challenge. Platoon leaders and first sergeants, sit down with your teams and define your why together. Make it part of your monthly counseling and back briefs. A retiring sergeant major spent his final months training his successor, not for recognition, but to leave the organization better than what he found it. Company commanders, share a personal story with your unit that defines your why. Let them see the human behind the rank. For the brigade staff and for all battalion staffs, ensure every SOP or directive has a purpose statement. Context drives compliance. Let's remember, we wear this uniform not to just complete tasks, but to fulfill purpose. Your title is temporary. Your impact is not. Whether good or bad, you will be remembered. If this episode spoke to you, share it. Start a discussion at drill. Ask your soldiers what motivates them. And most of all, lead with your why. Whether information or staff sync, soldiers pay attention to your tone, your demeanor, and your consistency. It all communicates far louder than an email ever could. In the next episode, we'll return to our previously planned topic, what good counseling looks like, building the next generation of leaders with insights, templates, and examples from across the brigade. Do you have a story about a leader who lived their why? Email us at the brigade, and we may feature it in a future episode. This is Colonel Trevor Phillips. Stay ready, stay humble, and lead on. STARC 6 out.